The Defence Secretary inside a driver training tank at Bovington Camp. A Ukrainian soldier is at the controls. These vehicles are being used to teach experienced personnel how to operate the 14 Challenger 2s being gifted to Ukraine.
It will make a great lot of difference. The Challenger 2 tank is a very formidable and strong tank. It's got a very good defense system and the cannon, and it will make difference.
So this is a driver training tank, or a DTT, that the Royal Armour Corps are using to train the Ukrainians here at Bovington. It isn't fully armoured, as you can see, but it is weighted so that it feels very similar to a Challenger 2 that is. Around 50 Ukrainian personnel have left the front line to come here for the training. It lasts 4 weeks, a fraction of a standard course.
They're here to do a job, and their work ethos is extraordinary, but they're fighting for their own country and their friends and family, and so they are determined to use every minute they can here to add to their skills. So the instructors say it's a pleasure to teach them, and I think that is all means that the atmosphere races through and are much more productive as you would normally sometimes be. But also I think it's we're doing what we have to do. We can't have a full course because of time, but I'm very confident that we've already seen with the infantry we've trained nearly 10,000 last year, and we're going to be 20,000 this year, that the skills they pick up and they take them straight back into battle.
The UK was the first country to offer to provide Ukraine with modern Western main battle tanks. Since then, others have followed suit.
They all have better capabilities, the Western tanks, the Leopards and the Challengers and the US Abrahams. They have different strengths, but better strengths in some areas. But also this is not just about sort of learning to drive a tank or to fire a tank. It's about how you can weave that tank in with armoured infantry and fight a battle in what we call combined arms manoeuvre. That's the key. That's the thing that the Soviet army and the Russian army finds very hard to do. The Soviet doctrine didn't really do it in that way, and now the Russians are struggling. If we can get the Ukrainians to fight like a NATO army, then I'm very confident that Russia will find it even harder in going in Ukraine and will be pushed back.
But there has been concern about when the bulk of the tanks will arrive in Ukraine and whether they'll be there for the anticipated Russian spring offensive. The Challenger 2s are expected by the end of March.
It is exactly the type of weapon that is currently needed in Ukraine, and it's so important, and it will change, it will break that kind of course of war at the moment.
This course is now halfway through. In 2 weeks' time, these Ukrainian personnel will likely be back on the front line. Claire Sadler, Forces News, Bovington, Dorset. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.